Hey everyone! Hi! Kathy back with Big Barn Blooms. Yes, it has been a while. I'm trying to see. So if you got on, I see that there's a few of you on right now. Can you guys say hi? Let me know you're there and I can see if it's working on my iPad over here. Let's see. See more. I don't know why it's not showing me your comments yet. I think I go through this every time I'm live. Swipe left to reveal comments. Okay, hopefully this will show me. So I see a few people coming on. Hi Kathy, Kathy's on, Danielle, Lori. Hi guys. So I thought we would make something super cute today. And we haven't had a getaway in a while, so let's give it away. Frenchie's on. Hi Frenchie, haven't seen you in a while. So, and actually I just haven't been on in a while. We've been super busy. Yes, we went on vacation and we're back. So I'm kind of trying to wait until 4 so people don't, hate on me and say, you started early. So we'll just give people a few more minutes. Hi Sandra, Sandra's on. Kendra, hi Kendra. So we're gonna make this enamel picture. Look at this, you guys, this is real enamel. This isn't a fake one. This one was made in Romania, it says. So kind of a cool little picture. Has measurements on the inside over here, but we're going to cover that up so we just don't care. So, okay, are we at 4? We're at 4, so we're going to get started. Jamie's on. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Kathy. Oh my gosh, I love this. FT Thrift is watching. So we got a few of you. Yeah, it's kind of a mess behind me right now, Frenchie. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm having major production right now working, getting stuff ready for trends and shooting videos for my Bloom School, my membership for next month. And oh, you guys, we have a wedding series coming up. So, and I gotta see where am I? Oh, I'm looking on this side of my phone. It's like, I always forget because I'm normally filming with cameras and GoPros for membership. So my phone, I'm always like, am I looking at the right place? So now I am. So anyway, we have a wedding series coming up. If you know anyone getting married, if you're getting married, let me tell you guys, you want to make your own wedding flowers, save yourself, you'll pay a fraction of what you would pay if you paid someone to make them for you. So I'm going to teach you how to make everything in this series just to give you a little bit of what's coming up. So one of them is centerpieces. So this is in the wedding series. Look at this. I've been teasing this on my social media, but this is a concrete urn, but I teach this arrangement for centerpieces for weddings, for accent pieces for weddings, even just for spring and every day. I mean, this is great in anyone's house, on your patio, anywhere, so, or any kind of event. So we go through centerpieces, and there's going to be several styles taught. We're going to teach corsages, we're going to teach bridal bouquets, we're going to teach boutonnieres. We're going to teach it all, you guys. So if you know anyone getting ready to get married, you guys, you're not going to want to miss this course. It's going to be sold separately from membership. If you're a founding member in membership, you get it for free. So founding membership is full. We're going to be moving on to new members. But anyway, it will be sold in its own little package and it'll be a series of videos. So it's going to be an amazing wedding course. So that's coming up. So other than that, membership is about to reopen. We've been super busy in there and had a lot of fun in there. April 1st, we're going to be running a coupon, you guys. Never run a coupon before. But it's going to be $10 off membership. So look for that. I'll be posting that probably a day or two before the 1st, but that'll be great. If you've ever thought about getting into membership, now's going to be the time. So, and as long as you continue in membership and don't let your membership lapse, you'll be guaranteed that couponed price. So good news there. Okay, so I see we have a bunch of people on now. So Lori's on. Hi Lori. Lori's in membership. So Lori, you get to get that next month. It's going to be an awesome, that urn arrangement. Just finished shooting that video today, actually. I've been shooting all day in here, so don't mind the mess. There's piles of flowers behind me because it was a total work day. So anyway, what we're going to do is this enamel picture. And did you guys read my post about it? So if you did, there's something you're supposed to post so that you can be in the running to win this when I'm done making it. Because one of you that's watching, that watches till the end until I announce a winner, because you gotta speak up that, yeah, I'm here and yes, I won it when I say your name. and I'm gonna ship it to you. If you're local, you can pick it up at my house. If you're not, I will mail this to you free. You're gonna win this, and it's gonna be a cute one. So anyway, we're gonna get started now. Juanita, hi Juanita. Juanita's in membership too. Good to see you, Juanita. So we've got a cute little getaway going. So let's get started. Okay, so this is a picture, you guys. I love doing arrangements in unusual containers. So much fun. I mean, you can always use a vase. You can always use a basket, but what about using an enamel pitcher? You guys, you see these. I think this one came from like Home Goods or Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx. I don't know, one of those stores. I pick up containers all the time in those stores. So we're gonna make this. It's gonna be a really cute accent arrangement. Wouldn't this be a great gift? So when you're watching me make this, you guys, what I want you to think, I mean, Easter, we're all getting together for Easter. I hope we are. We're so glad to finally be able to see people again. Anyway, put that COVID word aside for this tutorial. But anyway, wouldn't this be a great gift to bring to your hostess? Someone that's hosting Easter and cooking? You guys, make them a little arrangement. It doesn't have to be an enamel picture. This is a little round container. So any round container, a basket, a little tin can, you know, they sell those little cute little tin cans at Hobby Lobby. Anything little. If you want to go big, you can go bigger. You just make the whole arrangement bigger. So what I'm telling you is think outside the vase. You don't always need a vase for an arrangement. You got something like this laying around, some little basket. Just make this. It's super easy. I'm going to show you how. So what we're starting out with, you guys, is styrofoam. So I buy the hard styrofoam. There's two kinds when you go to the craft store. There's this hard kind. It's really dense, really tight. And there's one that's like an oasis foam. And it's a darker green, kind of like a muddy green color, and it's soft. You don't want the soft. When I do all my florals, I do them in the hard foam. The reason I do them in the hard foam, you guys, is because your stems will not become loose in the hard foam. So, first thing we're gonna do is secure this in here. Now, membership knows, but if you guys haven't seen any of my tutorials, I'm using my magic strips, you guys. So this is a slick surface. If you use your glue gun to glue this foam in, there's a chance it's just gonna pop. Have you guys ever had that happen? Like you get your glue gun, you make a pile of glue, you stick that foam in there, and then the whole arrangement just pops out later on. It's hard to get glue to really adhere to a slick surface. So I use these little strips. If obviously you guys are following me on social media, if you're here, click onto my website. There's a button on my social media page. Click on it. It says shop now. Go to the Bloom store. I sell these. They're not that expensive. Some of you have already purchased some of them, but you can get foam to stick to any slick surface using these. Even glass, you guys. So all I do is take it, throw it on here. You rub it like you're doing like a little transfer thing. You're just pushing it into the foam, making sure it sticks really good, like that. Peel off the backing, and then now you have this little strip. Super, super thin, paper thin, but boy, is it effective. So we're gonna just push that down in the bottom of this. Push it, make sure it connects really good. I know, Juanita, don't you love this? Isn't that cute? I love this. Sandy's on, Kathy Blair, Bill. Got a few, Marion. So yeah, I love this. It's gonna be hard to ship this off, but I'm so appreciative that you guys are here on a Sunday, spending time while I make this, so. Anyway, so we're gonna give it away. So that's in there. Look at that, you guys, that little strip. It is not, look at, I can pick up the whole arrangement by the styrofoam. That's how good these strips are. So if you're looking for something to secure your foam or any type of product, this stuff is permanent, it works. It even will bond fabric. I'm telling you, fabric. There's no heat involved, there's no chemicals involved, it's just sticky stuff. So anyway, we're gonna add another piece. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one. This is what I love about these, and I'm gonna cut it up because I'm going to need a piece for the next piece of foam. Actually, the next two, because we're gonna triple this foam. And then I'm gonna need a little one for the bunny. Because yes, we're putting a little bunny in here. So, another piece, we cut it up so you can make these as small as you want. I just peeled that off. I just got ahead of myself. So, put it on the middle piece. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing the foam up to the top level of this container. So you guys, just stack it. You don't need a thick piece. You know, they sell those really thick blocks in the stores. Don't spend the money. Use the thinner, buy a big sheet, cut it down. Okay, so we're gonna just put this in here, right on top of the other, right like that. Push it in, Make sure that it's connected. Look at that. Holding it up, it holds it. And then we're gonna do one more small piece. This is what the bunny's gonna sit on, you guys. So when I put this guy on, let me make sure I got all my crumbs. Get all your crumbs off if you're gonna do this and use these strips. This I'm gonna bring forward. My bunny is gonna be in the forward part of this container, okay? So if you see it like that, I'm not putting this toward the back, I'm putting it toward the front. Whatever your front is. My front's gonna be where the writing is. It's not gonna show, but pick a side. I want my handle on the left. So I have one last strip here. The little tiny one is for the bunny. The last wide one, the last piece of that last strip is gonna go for this top piece. So I'm gonna peel that off. Make sure your crumbs are out of the way. Well, we got Jody watching, Jean Karen Snyder. I'm so glad you guys are all with me today. How fun is this? I'm usually in this room all by myself, so let's bring some people on and let's craft together. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it toward the front of that other block because I want this little bunny to stand out toward the front of the arrangement. So now it looks like this. So see how this is toward the front? If you're looking at it. So we just stacked them up. I don't need the same size piece. Don't waste your foam, you guys. Whatever you're putting on top, which I'm putting this little bunny, I just need a piece big enough for him, okay? That's all you need to do, so save your foam. So I've pushed this down, look at, that's how good these strips work. Okay, so the last one I'm gonna do is the bunny. Let's get him on top of this. So he has a little hole, so I'm gonna try to place this sticky strip where the hole is not. So he really kind of bonds to this foam. Glue again, sometimes you use a little glass character. This is ceramic, sometimes they pop off with just hot glue. So I like to use these. So we're just gonna stick him right on top. So it looks kind of funny right now, but this will be cute when it's done. So this is what we're starting with, right like that, you guys. And this foam, don't worry, it will all be covered. We are not gonna cover it with moss. I'm just letting you know, we're not gonna cover it with moss because most of our stems will cover this moss or this styrofoam. And at the end, I can plug little pieces in if I absolutely need them. Okay, so everyone, yeah, Kathy Belk, yeah, this is new. This is a new little product that I'm selling, so, and it works amazing. I stumbled upon it, let me tell you, I stumbled upon it, I'm so excited, so I brought it over to my website. Okay, so if you guys watched, or if you saw the ad, or the little post I did advertising this, there's something you're supposed to type. So if you want to get in to win this, type what you're supposed to type. If you guys saw mine, go back and read the post if you have to real quick. But in order to be in the running, you gotta type what I said in comments, okay? And keep watching till the end. Okay, so enough of that. I won't mention that again. Okay, so the first thing I want to add to this is a little bit of greens. We're gonna use some of these little greens here. These are from Hobby Lobby. And I love these because look at all, you guys have seen me use these before, look at all the branches. So we're just gonna cut these down. And I love it too because look at, you can move the flowers up the stem and make little bunches. Because we don't want this huge, we don't want this to come out really far, just a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of these off and get them ready to use. Push the flowers up. And we'll make our little frame around this little guy. So we just need a few of them, let's see. Let's start with 5, right like that. And then you can just pick these right in, okay? These have a really tough metal stem. So if you don't have a stemming machine, I'm gonna be using this machine over here. I'll pull it up front so you can look at it. So if you get into floral design, you like making your wreaths and your arrangements, you're gonna want one of these machines, you guys. They are amazing. So you get great angles, it holds onto your stem, has little spikes, so when you put it in, it can't back out of the styrofoam. Have you guys ever had like an arrangement and the flowers getting floppy in it? The hole in the styrofoam has gotten bigger and they're floppy. So these stems that come out of this machine prevent that from happening. So I'm just gonna put some picks on here. They're little metal picks like this, have little teeth on the ends, and this is what we're gonna use to create our little frame around the bunny. So super, super simple. So you're seeing the back side of the bunny, but it's okay because I'll turn it around and show you the front in a minute, but we're kind of working on the back side of this right now. So I just start by building a little frame on him. Oh, and if you don't have one and you do arrangements like this, get a Lazy Susan, you guys. It's so much easier than just trying to pick this up. I'd be doing this and shifting it. And this way, when you're doing an arrangement, you can spin it, you can see what holes you have that you have to fill in, keeps it more balanced. It's just easy peasy. Okay, so let's cut this down a little more. Oops, my pick fell out. Okay, that one's not working. Sometimes we have a little hiccup with my vintage machine here. Okay, so we're just gonna go around this and add these little picks. Just see what we got going on here? So we're making almost like a little forest of greens around him. We're gonna add other color and stuff, but for now we're just doing our frame. So let me cut this. And think of this on a bigger scale, you guys. If you want to do a bigger basket or a wood box and do a little scene with the bunny, same idea, just spread it out more. Do the same technique, just make it longer. So it doesn't have to be stuck with just a small arrangement. Okay, so let's bring this in front. And I'm basically putting these in the bottom foam, okay? So there's our basic frame, right like that, okay? Easy, right, you guys? So, but let's add a little bit more. So when I do my arrangements, I like to use more than one kind of green. So we're gonna use some of this. This is like a eucalyptus. Oh, I see some people are in on the little quote you were supposed to put in. You were supposed to comment. So good job, you guys. Diana's on, Melissa's on. Right on, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of this. Now what I like about this, these were kind of a dusty green. These are a more brilliant, shiny green. So this is from Hobby Lobby. It's a big pack. It's like a eucalyptus or a big bunch. And then I can just cut off pieces. Okay? And what I like about it again, you can move the little branches up the branch, or the little stems coming out up this main branch, and make it a big, thicker bunch. So not quite as long. We don't want the length. Cutting it down a little bit. So I'm going to have the greenery a little bit thick, and then we're going to use some flowers to bring it out just a little bit. So I'm going in between these. We're going to mix them a little bit. Pushing that on down. So see, when I clip one of these, see how it's a really, if you haven't seen me do this before, see how it's long? Look at this, you guys. Just push those little pieces up. Now we have a short, dense piece, which is what we want. So much fun. So is everyone decorating for spring? Who is done decorating for spring? I want to know who my really, really good decorators are that are like, I'm on it, I've got it done. I can tell you I don't have it done. I'm working on it, but my business kind of takes precedence. I always laugh. My booth looks pretty good right now at Trends, I gotta say. It's got it going on, but people are like, your house must look amazing. And I'm like, actually my house is the last thing to get decorated. And that's probably most people that do florals and do decorating, because you're busy doing everything else. And then by the time you come home, you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, right? So who's done? Did anyone say they were done? Not yet. So kudos to those of you that are. Okay, so I'm gonna put a couple pieces of these right in front too. So we just want the green spilling out. We're creating like a little forest around this guy. So easy to do. Easy, 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 and what a great look. And then these you can even bend down. If we want some of them to come out the front and come down a little bit, we can do that too. In fact, I'm going to take this and turn it a little bit. So if you want to bend it, you can also grab it by your needle nose and just go and give it a little bend down. Okay, so that is looking pretty good for my greens. So see how we've made a little forest around him. He's like sitting. Now you can still see the foam. Don't worry about that. We're going to take care of that in a little bit. But right now we're going to start adding a little bit of color. But I just love that it looks like he's sitting in a little forest of greens. Okay, so let's put these aside. We're done with this for now. I think the first thing I want to add is a succulent. Does everybody love succulents? They are such Such a hot item right now. And I love them. They take up room in your arrangement. They add a really cool texture. You get a totally new texture added in there, color, texture, and it just makes it look really cool. So, and to me, updated too. It's like, flowers are popular, but you add a succulent and now you've really brought it to today. It's really in style. So this one's coming off the stem, so I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to this guy. Right around there. So if your stems ever get loose on their main, if your flower or your succulent gets loose on your main stem, just add a little glue, you guys, no big deal. Okay. And no, Linda, these are all faux flowers. I do everything you see on Big Barns Bloom's social media and my website is faux. I can do fresh, I know how to do fresh. I grew up in a flower shop. My mom was a florist, my grandma before her. But because I'm under the hot lights and the shelf life of fresh, and I have a booth in a store here in Reading and I sell, everything is faux. But I try to pick the best flowers at the best cost that look real and you can't tell. So, and I can't kill them because if they're real, I'll kill them if it's a plant or whatever. So I just like the fact that they're forever basically. So, okay, we're gonna take this, let's put this right behind this little guy. Let's see where we, oh, we'll have him pecking out to the right. They'll just peeking out behind, in front of him to the side. So look at how cute that looks. Just put a little succulent in there. So now we got some succulents going. And then I think what I wanna do, these little draping ones, does anybody know what these are called? Very common succulent, anybody? Hopefully I'll wait and see if someone answers, because I'm drawing a blank. I pick these up all the time. But these are gonna look great. We're gonna take a piece of this. We don't need the whole pick, but wouldn't it look cute to drape them out of the front of this? So you can take something, do a basic design and start adding little pieces like this and really take it up a notch. So let's do that. And all we're gonna do, these are individual little pieces bound together. So we're gonna cut a couple little pieces off. And then we're gonna pick them together and put them back into the arrangement. So I'm just gonna use two, and I need to see how large I want them. This one's a little too long, so let me clip it again. So I think this will do it. So just two little pieces of that one pick. And then I'm gonna put them back in my machine and add a metal pick to them. Guys are gonna want one of these machines. If you're into florals at all, definitely gonna want one. Okay, so let's have this come out on the right also. And let's pull this guy out. And this happens all the time when you're doing flowers. I'm like, okay, I wanna put this in here, and this is kind of bulky here. So let's take this one piece out right in front so that we will see this when we put it in. So I'm gonna push that right there. See how that drapes over the front now? Super cool and cute. Okay, and we may use this later, but for now I want that to show. Okay, we don't need any more of that. So let's add some flowers, you guys. Let's brighten this up. Now these are Hobby Lobby. They're spring. I think they sell some of these all year round, but I love how wild they look. And we just need a few pieces off there. We don't need this whole stick or this whole stem. It's just too much. So we're gonna just cut some down and incorporate them into this. So we take two little pieces like this, and I'm gonna cut it down a little further. Let's bring these short, because we don't want a lot of length, like I said. We're gonna keep this pretty tight to this little enamel pitcher. So we just cut two little pieces. We add a metal pick. We can bend these a little bit because they're wiry, so they will bend a little bit. And then we're just gonna stick them right into the foam. Right like that. So see how that's just gonna start brightening this up? Little pops of pink. So let's put a few of those in. So we're just cutting off one stem. This is a very economical way to do flowers, you guys. When you're looking at your stems, see if they have a lot of blooms on them. This is one stem. This is another one, the same one. But look at all the different blooms, right? So I can cut this apart and get a few arrangements out of one stem. Because we don't need a lot, we just need a touch. Just a touch. Okay, so we're gonna take this And this is where these give you good angles. We're gonna put this right behind the bunny. We're kind of going into the back side of that top piece of foam. Right like that. So now we have 2 pieces in. Let's get some more. So this is the darker color. The other stem I just held up, this one's a lighter pink, so we're gonna combine the 2. So we're gonna get one more off of this stem and then we'll go to the other one. So let's grab a couple pieces of this. And then all these leaves, remember I said leaves, if you guys have followed me for a while, you save your leaves. You never know when you're gonna need them. So leaves are great fillers. If we have holes when we're done and we still see some of the styrofoam, you guys, you just plug some leaves in. That's all you need to do. So let me bring this down in front here. So now we have 3 little pieces of pink. What do you guys think? Easy? Juanita, I love that. I love that term, cuteness overload. I love that. Thank you so much. Lisa's watching, Diane's watching, Sandy, Tim, I love it. Donita. Yeah, and we've got to do spring. That's why I thought have them type happy spring. Isn't it awesome? We're finally here at spring. COVID's getting better. At least I hope it's getting better. Don't usually talk about too much, about COVID or politics on my side. Although some people get mad that I don't. I get messages all the time. So who are you for? What are you this? And I'm like, hey, it's all about blooming and flowers on here. That's all it's about. I'm just happy that everything is loosening up. I live in California, so we're way up north by the Oregon border. But I'm telling you, I am so glad that we are dining in now here in my hometown. So reduced capacity, but it's just great to be able to go out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of blooming, a little bit of spring on the horizon. So just getting used to the time though. Is anybody else struggling with the time? I'm just saying, it's like, wow, it's 7 o'clock, it's still light outside, I swear we were going to bed earlier and earlier because it was so dark out. It's like, I'm kind of done for the day, we'll just go to bed, so. Okay, these are a little bit lighter in pink, so I'm gonna put them a little closer to the bunny. So I'm cutting these a little bit shorter. And now we'll have 2 layers of these pinks. But these are gonna come in even closer, right like that. So see how we have 2 levels? So it's good, like I said, we have 2 colors of greens. Now we have 2 colors of the little accent flowers. Right like that. And Frenchie, who's on here, Frances, she posted a picture on the post, you guys. She watches my tutorials and she goes for it. She does such a great job. I love seeing your pictures. If you guys watch these tutorials or like you're a member of my Bloom School, send me what you do. It's amazing to see. And it makes me feel so good because I'm like, I'm really making a difference. You guys are actually learning. It's kind of hard, like I've got my little iPhone up here and we're filming this, but I'm like, are the angles right? Can they see what I'm doing? It's kind of hard, with the screen straight on. Now in Bloom School, you guys, I actually have a camera above my table, so you actually get the what is it called, like the sky view, or you're right over the project. So you get both on one screen. So I can say, okay, look from up above now, look what I'm doing, like if I'm making a bow or whatever. So that's the one benefit of Bloom School. You get another view, because I use multiple cameras to do this, so, and the quality is a bit better than the iPhone too, so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do on this, I want one to come around in front. And actually, now that I see that, I'm gonna make this a little shorter. These are gonna be super cute coming in front. So let's do that. Let's bring this over here, right next to the bunny. So right like that, we're bringing it in. The closer we get to him, we're bringing the flowers down and the level down. So we're making them shorter and making them hug closer to the bunny. So very, very cute, very easy. This is such an easy design. But like I said, you can do it in different containers, you guys. You're not stuck with just like a little cup like this, a little pitcher. This could go great in a little primitive wood box. It'd be adorable. Okay, these stems are so little, they're slipping out of my pick. So let me try to crimp them a little more. Sometimes I gotta use the needle nose to take it out of the machine. There we go. And let's bring another one in pretty low. So what I'm doing is just crossing over the other one. And then I'll use my needle nose to push it in all the way. So what's cute about these little guys, they're coming out between the two succulents. So place them where you want them, you guys. Make it interesting when you're building. Okay, I think we just need a couple more. Let me see what I have back here. Let's add a little white. So these are similar, and there's another element of green. But this is bright white, but I want a couple pieces of this in here. Don't need a lot of length, but I just want the added white, the bright, bright white. So I'm gonna bring one right in the middle, right by this pink flower. Let me go at a little bit of an angle so it lines up where it should. Just came out of my pick. So let's re-pick it. So we're gonna come right behind this guy. It's getting pretty tight in the foam, so just find your way down to the bottom. Okay, so we got a little white there, and we'll just add a couple more little pieces. Just another little accent. And I like that this has this bright lime green, and it just brightens the whole thing up too. So another added bonus for adding some of these stems. And when you're doing this, like if you go to your local craft store and you're looking for stems, use what you like. This is pretty springy, pinks and whites and greens. But think about this, you guys. It doesn't have to be a bunny. This is pretty specific with a bunny. You could put a little bird. You could put a little frog. Hobby Lobby has all those little animals out now. So pick your animal. You could put a little gnome. Would a gnome be cute in this? Wouldn't that be good? So adorable. And then you could use different flowers. You don't have to be all spring. If it's summer, you could use little violets, or maybe you add some little sunflowers, something a little more summery. So think about the different seasons. You don't have to be stuck with just using the pinks like I'm showing you. Okay, so let's get this piece in. And I think we're just about done. Let me see. Look at that. Let me push this in a little further. We don't want it coming out too far. That would not be good. Okay. So there he is now. The only thing I have to do now, that's your basic design. What do you guys think? Do you like that? So what we're going to do is we are going to now add just a few pieces of moss, because as you can see, there is a little bit of foam showing. So this is how we're going to plug that now. Now we could use some leaves, like I said, you know, always get your leftover leaves and you could do that. But we're going to use some moss. So let me show you. So you can use like Spanish moss. I use like a reindeer moss. It's a little more expensive, but it gives it a little more elegant look. You can use dyed Spanish moss. Any kind of moss will do. Sheep moss. But this is like a reindeer moss. And it's real pliable, super cute. And all I'm gonna do, I've got my moss, I'm gonna take my glue gun, and I'm gonna add the glue to the styrofoam, not to the moss. I don't wanna burn my fingers. So just lift your flowers back where you see it exposed, put a little bead of glue. We're going right up to the bunny on this one, okay? And then we're gonna take our moss, watch out for your hands, stick it on there, use like your wire cutters to push it into the glue so you don't burn yourself. So we're just pushing that right on in. We need a little bit more. So I pull my little flowers back, add a little glue, and let's throw this on in here. Okay. And it's cute because it looks like he's sitting on a little mound of moss. All right, so now I'm looking around for any holes that might need plugging. And I think we're pretty good. So let's take a look at this, you guys. I'm gonna come around so I can hold it up to the camera and do a close-up. Kathy Sweeter, happy spring. Okay, let me bring this up. All right, so can you guys see with the moss how cute it is? It's like he's sitting in a little forest of moss, succulents, and flowers. So again, all the way around it looks good because I did solid greens, right? You come around to the front, we have little succulents hanging down in front near him, and he's sitting on a little bed of moss. This little one's sticking up into his face. We'll push that down a little bit. So there he is. What do you guys think? Something you guys think you could do? Pretty easy. This is a pretty simple design. Doesn't take a lot of flowers, pretty inexpensive to make. But I just want to show you a little glimpse, and some of you can testify to this that are in our Bloom School, our membership group. This is the tip of the iceberg, but I teach you how to do more than just a wreath. I love doing wreaths. We have a lot of wreath courses in our membership, but there's so much more that you can learn that's simple to do, and you can do it, you guys. I break it down step by step. So if you're not already in membership, think about it. But remember, we have a coupon coming up, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's see who's gonna get this arrangement. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and by the way, if you're not already, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, no, not YouTube yet, that's unpublished for membership. Oh, you guys, I'm on TikTok, okay? My beautiful niece Hannah got me on TikTok, and she made my account and everything. We put it, if you haven't seen it, I have a time lapse on there of a cabbage rose wreath. It's a really dense wreath. I did a time lapse. The whole wreath took me between 2 and 3 hours to build. It has 107,000 views. So TikTok is blowing up. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, it hit over 100,000. So go check that out. So follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest too, Facebook and Instagram. So help me out, you guys, and I can bring you more tutorials like this. So let's see who. Hi, Emma. Emma's on. Let's see who's been here from the beginning. I'm just going through really quick to see. Oh, Frenchie, I'm glad you've learned a lot. Frenchie, you're doing so well. Hi, Lisa. Lisa's on. Becky is watching. So I'm going through really quick. You guys had to put in a comment, a specific comment, and I'm going to choose one of you now really quick. And then what you do, whoever gets chosen, I'm just going to page down here and put my finger down. Whoever gets chosen, you guys, you need to private message me on Facebook so I can get your address and mail it to you, or you can pick it up in person. So anyway, I'm looking through. Dun, dun, dun. I'm checking right now for all of the I'm checking for all of the comments, and I see a bunch of you. So this whole group right here. So I will just put my finger down. I'm not going to look. I'm putting my finger down. Whoever I put my finger on is going to get it. And that is going to be Kathy Swader. Is it Swader? Hi, Kathy. Guess what you're winning, Kathy? This is yours. So Kathy, I want you to go on and message me so I can get your address and I can ship this to you. Or if you're in the Reading area, message me and we'll make arrangements to get it to you here in Reading. So anyway, gosh, you guys, thank you. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to pop up, you guys. You never know when. And I'm going to give this away. So Kathy, I need to know that you are still on. And she is. There she is. All right, Kathy, it's all yours. So thank you guys for watching. I'll come on. I'm going to try to get on here at least once a week and do a freebie leading up to our membership that's opening April 1st. And yeah, that's no joke, even though it's April 1st. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up. And we'll see you guys soon, okay? So thanks for watching. It was so good seeing all of you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Have a great Sunday.